News 12 now. This morning, your news now.
Welcome back. Volunteerism comes in many different forms, whether you can give financially or if you can give your time or talents. Choosing how you will give back may be difficult to pinpoint. And here to talk about the factors in finding the right service opportunities for you in Chattanooga is a Chattanooga native and former Girl Scout, myself, is Keesa Schreane. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So obviously everybody would like to give back, but some people might not know the resources that they can reach out to, and you kind of have broken it down in a way to make it simple.
Absolutely. So I found that volunteering is very important to me, but I've always thought that there could be a different model that we use. We don't have to go out on the weekends only and volunteer on the weekends or after work only, that we can incorporate volunteering and service in our everyday lives, in our professional work. And my podcast, You've Been Served, I've gotten the opportunity to interview several industry leaders who talk about how they serve in their everyday lives.
Okay, and what are some of those ways that people can just include that in their everyday lives?
Sure, absolutely. I think that my example of Seth Godin, who I interviewed, he mentions that we can incorporate generosity of spirit. So in other words, if you walk into a room and you see a coworker or a manager or an employee or even a client not having the best day, that you should put that other person's well-being ahead of yours and look to serve them by bringing a smile, bringing a joke, or even just elevating your energy and just in putting that other person's well-being in front of yours. That's a key way to serve and something that we can all do every day.
Very simple. And you also interviewed Soledad OBrien as well.
Absolutely. So Soledad, who's a journalist, she had the opportunity to cover Hurricane Katrina. She was so moved by some of the young women she met that she decided that she wanted to help fund their college educations, which was great. And I'm aware not all of us can be like Soledad and go around funding people's college education, but that is a way that she chose to serve. Another interviewee is Lynette Calfani-Cox, known as the Money Coach. She's been on Dr. Oz and Oprah, and she really looked at her past situation, emerging from $100,000 worth of debt. Yeah, think about that for a second. Emerging from that debt and really serving to help others to get out of debt and learn about financial education in general. So she used her business to help serve others in that way.
Is there, anybody can volunteer at any age, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. For me, my background as a Girl Scout, as you mentioned, was tremendous, and a lot of the women had full day jobs and they looked at us as their girls and as their children. So I think that volunteering in that way is great, but also volunteering and serving in our community, serving our clients. I really was interested in my podcast to understand how we could increase revenue generation in our businesses, how we could bring more client communities in, and also just feel better about ourselves on a daily basis.
Okay, and real quickly, tell us your podcast where people can go and listen to you and get involved in the community.
Absolutely. You've Been Served on iTunes as well as on SoundCloud. You've Been Served.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Great ideas and great tips there.
Thank you.
You've Been Served. You can check her out there. We'll be right back with more News 12 Now this morning.